Hi, this is Dominic with Greener SEO. Today we're going to show you how to set up a e-commerce site to sell products in about an hour. It's going to be very simple. We're not going to do anything fancy, but this is mainly to set you up where if you have a brick and mortar store and you have a client base, but you're having problems now because COVID-19 pandemic is stopping clients from being able to come to your store. This is an easy way to continue to sell products, continue to operate your business while this is happening. Okay, so we're going to go to siteground.com. That's the easiest place we found to set this up with. We're going to register a domain there, get hosting there, get the WordPress and WooCommerce installed. Everything will be basically mostly plug and play with a little bit of setup, but nothing that even if you're not very technical, you should be able to follow along and get this done for your business. Okay, so in order to register the domain, we're going to go down into the footer where it says domain names. And we're going to go ahead and click on the domain just as a sample here. Domain. We're going to search. Okay, so now once you actually found the domain that works for you, you can go ahead and choose one of these plans. Set up your account. You can basically put a 1-month trial in here as well if you're not planning on keeping this after everything's settled down. And you've got your domain registration, agree, and pay now, and then you should be set up. Okay, then once you're set up, you can go to the login section and log into your account, and then from there on the My Accounts tab, you'll have a cPanel at the top. It's like a little button that says cPanel. You're going to want to go to that, and you will end up with something that looks just like this. Okay, so then the first thing you're going to do is go to Let's Encrypt, and you're going to take your domain name. It should show up right here because it should be the only one you have, and hit install. And that's basically how you make your SSL certificate here. It's all very easy. And then you're going to go back, scroll back down until you get into the software. And then from here, you're going to go and click on the WordPress. And then once you actually get here, you're going to hit install. And then choose your HTTPS. You have 2 of them there. You can decide which one, if you want the www dot or the regular. I like the regular. Then find your domain name, which you should only have one. And then here we go with the admin account. You'll want to take this information and you'll want to put it in somewhere and store it, so in case you need it later to get into the admin side. When it comes to an admin email, you want to make sure you use one. They will try to do this at the domain. You can use any of them, use a Gmail, use whatever you have that will actually give you access that you can check. And then once you go down here to select plugins, the only one we're going to select is the classic editor. It makes it easy to edit anything on the back end of the site. And hit install, and now it's going to install a full copy of WordPress for you. Okay, so now that is done, and here's your administrative URL. You'll want to make a copy of that just so you know how to get back there. For this purpose, all you got to do is click on it. And that's going to basically step you through how to set everything up and get WooCommerce started. All your basic setup. So you'll hit start now on on these themes or designs. We're going to skip all that and we're going to just scroll down to the bottom and hit continue. Then the contact form, that's good. The main thing we want here is this shop. You want to select that. Don't worry about Jetpack. Jetpack is useful for gathering other information, but for now we're just setting up a basic shop. And continue. Google Analytics, you can decide if you have Google Analytics, go ahead and plug it in, but you probably don't, so I would not worry about any of this except for the optimize for SEO by Yoast. That one will at least automatically by default do some optimization. And now we're getting set up. Okay, so now that is done. Go to the dashboard. And then here we go with setting up your WooCommerce. Don't hit this one. Actually continue with the old setup wizard. And here you're going to choose United States. You put in your business address, basically, is what it's looking for. The currency and what you plan to sell. It's going to be physical products. If you'll be selling products and products or services in person, you may want this, you may not. And then we're going to go to let's go. Here they want you to opt into some tracking. I don't ever generally do that. You can if you want to. It helps them. Okay. And then here we go with what you can plug in as far as your payment gateways. Stripe is a good one. If you want to set that up, you can. We're just going to bypass that. And we're going to bypass all of these. And offline payments is what we're gonna just kind of turn that on for now. You can always turn this off depending on what your situation is. If you actually were gonna try to have people come by and drop it off, I'm gonna recommend that we use PayPal. For now, we'll turn this on just to have one there and continue. And then here's your shipping. Just go with a flat rate. I don't, whatever is reasonable for your type of product. $8. We're not gonna have to worry about setting up a price to cover areas that are not in our zone, because we're really kind of setting this up to just kind of be able to do business still locally, but just ship it out to the clients. As far as weight, you can decide what you want to use. We'll leave it at ounces for now. We'll leave this at inches instead of yards. And then we'll hit continue. And then you have different options here. The MailChimp, that's for setting up getting email addresses like a newsletter. The Facebook one you don't need. This will actually install storefront and your current on your current theme. 2017 will be deactivated. You really don't need that. We're going to use Astra as our storefront. One of the main reasons with this one was there was a couple of things that just made it kind of restrictive. The automated taxes, we're going to keep that. And we're just going to continue on. We're going to skip the jetpack step. This you'll need to set up if you want it to calculate tax for you. And then you're basically good to go. Okay. And you can opt in to get info from them, or we can just go ahead and go to the dashboard, which is here. So now we're in our dashboard. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a couple of little products and actually turn on PayPal, just so that's all set up. So then when we actually work with a theme to get it to look half decent, that we see kind of what we're looking at. So we'll go and check in WooCommerce. Here's all your little navigation for this. There's pages here, all kinds of stuff. So, but mainly we're going to start here. Go to settings. And you just want to go through here and see if everything's set up properly. All right. And the tax section is another one. You can set up your tax rates here. The main thing we want to do here is go to payments. And in payments, we want the standard PayPal setup. And the standard PayPal setup is very easy. All you got to do is put in your PayPal email. Okay. And then it will do the rest. So we're going to save those changes. So now we have that set up. So the next thing is going to be going in the products. The first thing we're going to need to do is set up some categories. So for this, we're setting up two categories. We're going to set up rings like it's a jewelry store. You don't have to worry about any of this. If you had subcategories, you would want to do that in the setup, but I would keep it very simple for now, just to get things up and running and get you selling again. So rings, here you can actually upload an image that's like a small thumbnail of a ring or something to use when the category is being displayed. And we'll go ahead and just set up something here for that. Okay, let's go with this one. We're going to use that image. And we're going to add the category. And then we're going to add bracelets as our second category. You can add as many categories as you like, as well as subcategories. So if we wanted to make this a subcategory, that's all we'd have to do is say this is underneath rings. And we'll upload an image for that. Probably should have choose, and let's go with this one. And we're going to add that. So now we have our two new categories, and now we can actually start adding products. So if you only have one type of product, you could just make one category and put products in it. So once we go under products, we go to add new. Here's what the name of the product is. So we'll name this bracelet 1. And here's where you can put in product descriptions. This is like a long description field, and then you have a short description field as well. Under product category, you'll want to come over here and categorize it properly. So otherwise it'll just dump into uncategorized. So here we've got a bracelet, and we're going to just get some placeholder content here. That's probably way too much. So, and there's our long description. And then we also have two different kinds of products. We have simple products and we have variable products. We're going to set this one up as a variable product to suck and show you guys how to do that. Simple products are really easier. Variable products are just that, products with variables. So if it comes in different sizes, comes in different colors, and you just want to set up one product and have people choose, then this is the way you'd want to set that up. If you wanted to just set up simple products, even though it's a variable product, you could do that. You could set up a red one, a pink one, a blue one, a purple one, a silver one, a gold one, whatever. Um, so here we're going to just say, okay, it's standard, it's taxable. The inventory, you can actually give it a SKU number if you want. Um, you can also do this, which is it only allows one of this item to be bought in a single order if that's something that you have like a custom piece. Shipping, you don't need a shipping class because we're going to just do a flat rate of $8. So you also don't really need to fill this out. If you were ever going to do USPS or anything else, you definitely will need to fill these out or it will not work. Okay, and then we're going to go to attributes and we're going to add attributes. So we're just going to say color, and I'm going to go gold. I'm going to say silver, and you're going to click on this that lets you use these for variations. So you're going to save these attributes, and then you're going to go down to the variations tab, and you're going to say create variations from all the attributes. It'll give you this little prompt. You'll say okay, and then here's your variations. So here you'll have to treat each and every one of these like a product. You can give this an individual image if you want. You can give it a price, say $24.95, but say we have a sale, so it's $19.95 on the gold one. And then we'll go to the silver, and let's say it's $24.95, and we're not going to give it a sale price. So you can actually specify if you want to put something on sale, don't want to put it on sale, all of that good stuff. All this, it will take from the parent. So whatever the main thing is you set up, unless this is different, you don't even need to mess with this. We're going to save changes. Okay, and then here's the product short description. This is the description that's going to show up right next to the actual main product image. Okay, so that one you'll see it's going to look a little different. So we're going to just get rid of that. So now we kind of have a product short descriptions in there, and then here we're going to get to the images. So here you can set a main product image. I think this was a bracelet, so we can take this bracelet. And then if you had multiple images of that product, especially if you had it in different colors, you would kind of upload that there. We're just going to use all of these for images. And we're going to add that to the gallery, and we're going to publish it. Okay, so let's just take a look and see. Okay, so here's what the product would look like. That's your short description. This is your long description. Here's basically you can choose the color, and so you see it'll change the price on that one. This one's still the same price, and this is all basically the short description here. Here's your long description. Okay, now let's go back to the dashboard. And we'll add a few of these. So we can go to WooCommerce, to products, all products, and we can just make some copies. That's another thing you can do here is you can easily duplicate a product. If you have something that's very similar, it's easy enough, just duplicate it, and you don't have to put all that information in again. Alright, and let's add a new one. We're going to set one up for the rings category. We have same thing, product categories, rings. And now this one, we're going to make this one a simple product. So it's going to be a a little bit easier to deal with in the sense of it's not gonna it's not gonna have any variables. And this is a little horked up. It shouldn't be this way. If we weren't copying it in there, it should be showing this a little bit better, but that's okay. All right, so that's a ring. And now what we're going to do is we go down into general. You just give it a regular price. You can give it a sales price if you want to put it on sale. Inventory is going to be in stock. Shipping, this is basically all going to be the same. The difference is here we have a simple product, so we don't have all these other choices. So now here we can put in the product short description. And add an image. Add the ring. And then in the gallery, we're just going to add a couple of things. That's just placeholder stuff. So we have something to work with there. Okay. So now that's all in there. And we're going to publish that. Go back to all products. We're going to make a couple of copies of this one too, so that way we have a little bit in every category without, so you can see a little better of what the layouts are going to look like. Okay. And back to this one. So we'll make rings 3. Publish that one. Okay, so now we've kind of got some basics set up. The next thing we're going to do is go into appearance, themes, customize, widgets, menus. You can add any pages, anything you want to on this if you add pages to the site, but since we're just basically trying to set up a quick shop, we're going to go ahead and go with all of these. You're not going to need to put the shop page on there. We can go ahead and put it on there, but the shop page is going to be your home page for this purpose. Okay, we're going to move that around a little bit. There's 2 contact us's, which we don't need 2, so my account, card checkout, so there we go. We'll save that menu. Okay, so now we should have everything in place where we can mess with the appearance a little bit. So we're going to go to customize. Oh, and we don't have the right theme yet, so take back a step here and go to themes, and we're going to go to add new, and we're going to install Astra, which is a easy to use theme, and it already has WooCommerce components. And then we can activate it. And one thing we're going to do before we start customizing this is go to pages and look at all the pages. And then we're going to make sure that the shop page is actually set up to have no sidebar. So it's going to be a full-size page. And we're going to update it. And now we can go into appearance and customize. Now we can actually start setting up the way the site's going to look. Homepage settings, we'll start there. Static page, and we're going to go with the shop. Okay, so there's your basic shop page with all your products right there that people can get to. And we'll make some adjustments now. Here's some global adjustments. You can change the type, the headings, This is all stuff you can mess with if you want to. Your base colors, you can change those around. So like it's not going to be a blue, it'll be a red or whatever you want. See how that changes however you want to do it. Okay. So then the next thing is the containers. We're going to go ahead and go with a full width contained section. And same thing with WooCommerce. Buttons you don't need to mess with. And then the header here, you can mess with the site identity. You can actually put it in the name of your store if you want to display that. Also, if you want to display the title, and you can actually do the logo and the title. You can do a tagline. And display that. So now that that's done, you're pretty much good to go. If you have a logo, you can actually upload your logo. And one of the things with this theme that's nice is that it lets you adjust it without having to do a whole lot. You can just skip the cropping, and then right in here with the logo width, you can just adjust it to where it starts to look a little better. And then here's all your main layout sections. Here's all your products. And let's move on to the next thing. Breadcrumb, you can go ahead and activate that and put it where you want. It can run in there. It can also run before the title. So you'll see it in these where it'll run in this area here or up above there. The blog we're not even really going to mess with because there's just no reason for it. Sidebar, we're going to have no sidebar. So now all these are nice and big because we don't really need, or usually you would want to have a sidebar. You don't really need one for this purpose. The footer, you're not really going to mess with that. And then now we're into the WooCommerce. Here you can actually enact the store notice. So like if you wanted to send a message to the client and they can then dismiss that, you can just enable that portion of it. Product catalog, you can decide on how you want to do it. If you want to just show categories, you could do it that way. So it'll just show categories to start off with. You can also show both. So you got the categories and then the product start. Or you can just say show products. So that's basically, you can decide how you want that to look. On the single products, you basically are just going to look at, that's pretty much already set up. Product images, you can mess with this, but I wouldn't even mess with that. The cart enables upsells. That just kind of gives related products into the cart if you wanted that. The checkout, unless you're dealing with companies, I would hide that. The phone field, you can make it required, which maybe for what we're doing right now is a good idea. Privacy policy pages and terms and condition pages, you can set those up if you want to, or you can just leave that alone for the time being. And now once we're done with this, you can go ahead and just publish it. And now that we've published it, let's go look at the store just to get an idea. It's nothing fancy, but it's a nice basic store with your logo, a heading, some basic navigation. And you can now go in and let's just take a look at one of the products. So here's a product. This is product gallery, so it flips through there. You can choose one, add it to the cart, and then view the cart, proceed to checkout. Your shipping should be just flat anyways. And then here we have the cash on delivery or the PayPal option. So you can take that back out if you want and just run straight with PayPal. And we'll just add that in. So there's my address. Ship to a different address if you want to. That also gives you that ability. Okay, and then click PayPal. And let's proceed to PayPal and make sure that's working. And it is. So everything works. And that's pretty much all there is to setting up this store. It's a bare bones store. It's basic. There's nothing fancy about it, but it's really that simple to just get a store up so you can continue to service your clients. If it's something that you feel like you can't do, we can set up a simple store like this for you pretty cheaply. Just reach out to us at greenerseo.com and we'll be happy to help you. Hope this helps people that are just needing to continue to do business and sell products and really just don't have the money to get a web designer and do everything to get set up really the right way. This is a quick, down and dirty way to get things moving while we're dealing with the COVID outbreak. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope it helps. And you guys have a good day.